Hi everyone, hello and welcome. This is Crazy Kalyn Vlogs, and today I'm just here with a little chit chat. So I am back, and I just wanted to announce what this page is all about really quick. I want to make sure that all of my beautiful friends and family here are doing well first and foremost. And I also want to let you know that this is my secondary channel that I made as a spin-off to my main channel, which is Crazy Days of Kalyn, where I haul from the Dollar Tree on Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. And then, because of all the wonderful connections that I made with so many incredible people over there on my main platform, I made this channel so that I could just share a little bit more downtime with you guys, a little bit more freedom of just coming on whenever I have time to connect with you, to share my daily life when I want to share things with you and when I'm able to, and just what's going on in my world. And then also to share other hauls with you guys when I find cool things for a decent price, grocery hauls to let you know what I'm paying for, groceries to come in and out of my house when I pick up a good sized grocery order, and just whatever else tickles my fancy that I want to share with you guys. So this has no rhyme or reason, no schedule, no nothing. This is just me, and I'm sitting in front of you just having a chat today. So I have been so MIA, it's not even funny. I think the last time that I posted on here was for the Santa parade in my city, and I loved sharing that with you. And I was so excited that I got to share the entire parade with you guys. So thank you guys for watching that. If you watched it, I love the Santa parade. I've gone to it my whole entire life. I still live in the city that I was born and raised, and so there's a lot of history here. And the parade has always been our yearly thing to do here around Christmas time, but they do it around Thanksgiving, before the real cold starts and stuff, so that the weather is just a smidge better. But any hood'll do. So today, I just want to catch up with you guys. Honestly, it's been wild. It has been wild. I'm sure it has for everybody else here. I'm sure that you know that I'm okay. If you're over on my main channel, you see that I post the haul Saturdays and Mondays and Wednesdays. And then I've just been MIA here because honestly, from like the very start of October all through the new year, we are just slammed. We're slammed with so many things, throughout these 3 months toward even into January. We have events and, birthdays and things like that. So this is a very busy time of the year for most of us. And we do a lot of things other than just celebrate the actual day of the holiday. October, we do Halloween things all month. We have a ton of events, parties, get-togethers. My son's birthday is in October. October flies by like in the blink of an eye because of how busy we are. November, Thanksgiving preparation, all that stuff, and just so many other get-togethers for dinners for people that aren't making it to the Thanksgiving dinner at my house. And so there's tons of get-togethers, plus Christmas shopping really ramps up and starts in November for us, to start doing all the things that we do for our own immediate family, and then also to gift to people that we kind of essentially adopt from other programs that need Christmas provided to them. So November is washed out really quickly with all the hustle and bustle, and you can forget about December. I mean, look at this house. I look like I live in the North Pole over here, but this is usually what my house looks like around the holidays. I decorate to high heaven. I already have so many gifts already wrapped up. Some of that stuff is leaving for donation purposes. And, extended family that might pop by, their presents. It's just busy, busy, busy. And so we have been completely, out of sorts around here, and everybody moves in different directions. So I am the manager of my home. I don't know about you guys, but it is a lot of work. I can tell you, we had a big conversation a couple of days ago about how much work it is to, take care of your home. And it is a full time plus job, absolutely, for sure. Now, I work out of the home as well as doing YouTube. I definitely, YouTube is my happy place, a place that I really just absolutely have a blast with. And it's a lot of work too. It is a lot of work too. I like to make sure that other than just my actual needs list, I'm looking for things that is going to be useful in my home or useful to somebody in my family that I can give it to. And also to find the best things for you guys that I can offer you on my hauling channel so that I can make sure that you're aware of what's in the store, what you can potentially go try to find for yourself so that it can benefit you or somebody that you love. And I do a lot of donating. As my channel has grown tremendously and just, over this last, I would say like a good year, my channel has grown. And you start this, well, me anyways, I started this just thinking I wanted, just to have a little space to kind of let loose and find some happiness and joy in some people to kind of like, connect with me in a personal way, somebody that was like-minded like me or had common interests as me or liked budgeting like me and loved the Dollar Tree like me and what have you, and just to connect as human beings. And it has grown to be such a bigger thing than I ever thought it could potentially be. And I take it very seriously. That is like, I have a schedule that I keep very strictly to make sure that I am doing the best I can for not only myself and my family, but for you guys as well, so that I can provide a really, really good video and make sure that you guys have all the information possible in that video so that you know what to go out and look for yourself. And so that is a big part of my schedule every week. I also have my own cleaning business where it's just me, myself, and I haven't gotten to a point where I needed to hire help or anything like that. I manage my own schedule. And that just came about because I always cleaned houses on the side, always, ever since I was young and had other full-time jobs. I always liked to clean. And I really find a lot of therapy in cleaning as well. And I just decided, instead of going and looking for another job, YouTube's going really well. Let me see if I can extend my cleaning business and see if I can, offer my services to some people outside of the box, because I did it for my own personal friends for several years. And then I just asked one of my friends, is there any way you could potentially, possibly, if I write up an advertisement? And I'm used to doing that because I was a marketing education major in high school, in my trade school, and I actually got a scholarship to continue on with marketing education. I just chose not to use my credits for that. I went to school for early childhood education teaching instead. So I wrote up an advertisement, I gave it to her, and she blasted it out to her social media platform, and I've gained so many homes that I go and clean and help them. And everybody, I swear, it does take a village. It does take a village to try to do everything that needs to be done every single day. And I'm kind of like a one-man show at this moment, but I make it happen somehow, some way. I just do. And, but I like cleaning for these people. They have families, they have little kids, they have dogs, they have husbands, they have jobs. And to know that I go in and clean somebody's house so that they can come home and feel comforted and relaxed, and they can just spend their, at least, hopefully a couple of days in that peace and not feeling like you need to pick up. That makes me feel good, and it's making my household some income. So I do that as well. And then I am the manager of this home. I can tell you, my husband, as most of us know, Richie, he works a ridiculous amount of hours. He's always been this way. He is a definite workaholic for sure. He was even before I met him. He always has been since he was young. He just built into him from, his raising and stuff like that with his family. And so I value that very much in him. He's a very hard driving, working man and provider for this family, which I am just so appreciative of and respect very much. And so he's gone a ginormous chunk of this week. And so this house is on me. This house is majorly on me. And so is like the inside, the outside, as much as I can possibly do. And then when we have a day off on the weekend together, that day we spend trying to do as much of the hands-on stuff that we need to support each other in that I can't get to by myself. And, he might need a little, a little preparer, a little helper next to him to guide and help hand him stuff. So usually we only have one day off a week together, and we try to do as much as we can in that one day. And then the rest of this is my full-time plus job. So, and Isaiah is gone 90% of the time at this point. He's my 20-year-old son, and he works just as much as his dad. Richie has definitely built that work ethic into him, as well as myself. And you need it these days, honestly, because it is a lot of cost to live this life at this stage. So, we do the best we can. Isaiah helps when he's around, which is very minimally because he even works through the weekends, does a lot of overtime on the weekends. He's a young, strapping, healthy young man, and he's definitely getting ready for his future. So when he can help us, he does pitch in when he's around. So other than that, I clean this house every single day. I have a little birdie boy over there that makes quite a mess. It needs to be cleaned all the time. My house, it's just a lot between upstairs, downstairs, around the corner, 3 floors, front to back, a huge stretch of home, and it is just too much. And I'm really looking forward, and probably I would say realistically, maybe the next 5 years or so before I really see my son probably fly out of the nest, because I don't want him to rush it. I want him to just do as much as he can to save, which he's really, really good at. And I'm thankful that he heeded our guidance on that as well. He's a saver, and I want him to be really prepared and feel like he can take off and not be afraid of his journey. So we promote him staying here as long as he possibly can. And as long as he's possibly willing to, because he is an adult and can make that choice whenever he feels like it. And so eventually we will downsize. We will downsize. I love small home living. I stayed in a 1-bedroom apartment with my son for almost 10 years, and I made it into a 2-bedroom because I'm crafty like that. But I like a smaller house. I really enjoy that small comfort of a nice, cozy, small environment and a lot less work. We have a lot of land too in the back, in the side, in the front of our house that needs tending. And we've had a lot of storms this year. That's the other thing. We've had a ridiculous amount of storms this year, and we've been raining, almost like 70% of the last, I would say, good 7 months. And the flooding, and it's just wreaked havoc. So we all just try to tend to things as much as we possibly can together, and then all the time me, because my schedule is a floating schedule. I can make it as I please, and so I am the one that is here the most. So I do the best I can, and I try to make things pretty while I'm at it, because that brings me happiness. So there's that. Christmas, and so let me wrap that up with, I send all the love out into the world for those of you that stay home, and you are the end all be all for your family and your homes. You are the bomb.com. And for all of those that are out there in the workforce, giving all that you can every single day, I think that you are amazing, miraculous, and outstanding. And we all are a bunch of good, working hard people that are doing the best we can every day, and you're doing a good job is what I want to end that off like, because sometimes I need to hear that too. Like, am I okay? I need somebody to say, you're doing a good job, girl. You're doing a good job. Because sometimes I'm so overwhelmed, I could literally just lay down and go to sleep and pretend nothing needs to be done at this point. So anyways, other than that, Christmas is in just a couple of days for us, because we celebrate Christmas, and so we are ready to rock and roll. But you come to the last minute and you always remember there's so much stuff left to do that you didn't get done yet, even though I felt and known that I've had all these lists. I've checked them off twice and I have managed everything, but I forgot the ham. And I realized that I think yesterday evening, and I have not had a chance today to go to the store. Plus, I need to look up which grocery store around me here in Massachusetts has the best price on ham so that I can go make a good purchase for us for Christmas dinner. And funny story, last year we had a ham, and when we opened it to cook it on Christmas, the ham was spoiled. It was spoiled. It was a spiral ham, and it came out and of the packaging, and it literally was rancid, absolutely rancid. So we at the last minute had to scramble, and Richie and I were looking at each other like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so he ran to the only grocery store that was open local to us, which was Shaw's, and he bought frozen lasagna, frozen meat lasagna, and frozen chicken and vegetable lasagna, because that's the only thing that he could grab. They had no turkeys, they had no hams, they had nada, nothing at all. And so that is what we ate last Christmas with the sides that I had. So I do have to go get a ham. I need some green bean casserole stuff. And I literally just remembered that of all the things that I've been doing nonstop, I forgot to prepare by getting the meal portion of the day situated and checked off the list as well. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I've stood at the post office for hours collectively between the last 3 weeks. They are so wildly slammed that the line goes right out the door. Now, I don't know about you and what kind of towns that you live in, but I live in a very high population city, and so everybody's at the post office right now. Everybody, every day, no matter what time of the day it is, from the start of the day to the end of the day, that line is out the door and down the sidewalk. And I have actually had to stand in it multiple times to be able to mail the things that were necessary to mail, that needed to go out for one reason or another. So that has been wild. And kudos to all of you postal workers, delivery people, everybody that is doing any holiday work right now in any capacity, whether you're a stay-at-home, family member, or you're out in the world every day just trying to do the best you can, working your jobs and standing in lines and all that. We can do this. We've done this for many years. We've got this. No matter how overwhelmed you feel, it's going to get done. And everybody, please be nice to each other, and please smile at each other, have conversations, and just make it go by a little bit quicker with being pleasant and happy and, kind with one another. So that's another PSA. So that is it. Other than that, Richie's been feeling well, which, knock on wood, hands in the air, thank you God, he has been feeling well. He's been doing really consistently since his last hospital stay, so he's feeling good and doing the best he can every single day to maintain his health in a really great way. He's actually come up with a plan. Sorry, my phone. He's actually come up with a plan to go more vegetable based diet as of a couple of weeks ago. And it is making a little bit of an improvement on his energy level and also his ability to, maintain his health is just a little bit better by eating more plant-based than eating any other thing. He's having a decent sized portion of meat and then a plate full of vegetables, and it's really making a dent in what he feels like. So I'm really happy that he decided on his own accord to try something different and new to try to help himself along a little bit further. He definitely didn't want to go through another holiday with more difficulty, and he knows what pain and stress and sadness that puts on me. So he is doing whatever research he can right now. We've had a long talk, that he initiated with me a couple of weeks ago that I really appreciated. Really heartfelt, open discussion about what he feels, what he thinks, and what he wants our future to look like, with him being here with me as with as much control over that decision as possible. And so he's really trying hard to do some new things, some things that, he hasn't even heard in the doctor's office, just research on his own to eat a different style that could possibly help him promote a longer future to be here with me and for us to live out our dreams together. So it's been very heartfelt, emotional over here. The holidays are emotional anyways. I think it is in a sense for everybody. You miss people, you think of the old times, you feel like, you want this person or that person to be back in the world with you. And so you have a lot of reminiscing around this time of year, and that's a good thing, and it can be a really bad thing for some people. So I've been clinging to my memories a little bit harder, especially over this last month, because out of all the holidays, Christmas brought my entire family, near and far together, as well as a lot of old past relationships of friends and just extended family. And now we've dwindled down to a very small, important group, which is myself, my husband, my mom, my dad, and also my beautiful son's girlfriend, Cindy, and now her family, as well, because we've had a Christmas lunch with them over at their house, and they, hosted us to all come over as a family, and they did a lunch for us, and we had a beautiful afternoon connecting with them. And that's super important to me as well. I always want to be supportive and a part of a bigger picture of my son's relationship, and I want to make sure that all the families are involved with each other, love each other, feel happy with each other. And you have to make an effort toward everything that you want to go well in your life. And so we always try to do the best we can to build them in the right direction, with all family coming together, loving them and loving each other. So we did that, and that was a lot of fun, and they're just a beautiful family, so I'm very grateful. My son has good decision making skills. And he's got a wonderful girl, and she has a wonderful family, so that was nice. And then Christmas Eve is pretty much going to be probably our quietest day, honestly. Tomorrow, Friday, I have to do the video for the haul, so I have to make sure that I am out. I have a list ready and prepared of the things that I need for Christmas, and so I will go look for those at the Dollar Tree, as well as some other things that I'm hoping and would like to find out in the store, to possibly pull together some fun games and stuff for that day, and just have, some entertainment going on while we're all here together hanging out. So I like to do that. I like to just make it fun and entertaining and exciting and funny, silly moments and pictures. And so that's going to be on my agenda for shopping tomorrow, then the video. And then also I have to go grocery shopping. I have to go get Christmas dinner. Uh, Saturday, we have to do some home stuff. We definitely have to do some home stuff during the day. I have to get some things together around here that I've needed my husband's help with. So the daytime is going to be work. And then Saturday night, we are going to have a family dinner. And then we're going to go pile into the car, and we're going to go Christmas light looking. And so I've done that always my whole life too, where all of us will go get dressed up, hot cocos or teas or whatever we're going to drink. And then we will go for hours out in the car all together, jammed in there like sardines, and looking at Christmas lights and how people decorated their house. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And then Sunday is Christmas Eve. So I'm going to hope to get everything tied up with a nice little bow, do the last few things that need to be done. Christmas Eve is going to be a quiet evening, probably just my husband and I, because Isaiah is going to go spend the Christmas Eve part of the holiday with Cindy and her family, because they do a big, a big celebration on Christmas Eve, not so much on Christmas Day. So they'll be with us on Christmas Day. And and at her house for the night before. So that'll be nice. And then Richie and I can have a nice, cozy Christmas Eve date night, probably see my mom some point in the evening and spend some time with her. And then we'll come home, get all warm and cozy and ready for Santa to come. So that is what the agenda looks like. But other than that, I'm trying to think of everything that's been happening. It has been a wild time. I feel good. Let's talk about me for a second. I feel good. I do feel good. My surgery was back in October. I can't believe it's already been this long. My surgery was back in October, where they worked on my female issues that had been, trying to be tended to, not uh, with an operation, but it ended up becoming a procedure that needed to be taken care of. So October 2nd, I had that, and I've had no complications, knock on wood, thank you God, with any type of female, issues since my operation. I'm hoping it goes and continues that way. And my allergies have really been so amazing since getting treatment, and also going to an allergist was one of the best decisions that I pushed for, and pushed my PCP to give me that recommendation to go to a really good allergist in my area. And my shots every single Monday, I get 8 shots. My allergy shots are quite extensive. I'm there for a while on Monday mornings. So Mondays are usually my yucky feeling day because of, just having all that going into my body and stuff, and then having to take medicine and watch my reactions and things like that. But every Monday for all these months now, I have been having 8 shots, and it's really helping me a lot. I haven't choked on anything in a couple of months, which I'm really happy about, because eating for me was really difficult for a while before things started to sort themselves out. By going to the allergist and getting all those, 80 plus tests done, where they went through my whole entire body and found out what the problems were and started to treat them. So that makes me really, really happy. My hot flashes are starting to get more extensive. Wowzers, that's a lot of fun. My perimenopause is definitely happening. So we're leading into something fun. I can't wait. I'm waking up a little on the hot side, and I'm having to remove things and blankets, and there's some sweating to be had. So that's been very much ramping up, especially over these last couple of months, which, woo, knock your socks off. So sometimes I get flustered and feel like, wow, I feel a little winded and I need to sit, but I'm thinking it's related to those other things. And we're just going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on pushing through it. Girls, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Our women before us did it. We can do this if you are going through what I am going through. I'm going to be 43 on July 6th, and I know that's on the earlier side of it, but I have had female issues since I was young, and all the women in my family have had female issues since they were young, and a lot of them are on the same schedule that I now follow in their footsteps. So we are going through it over here. But that's it. So we're trying to do things. As much as it is overwhelming, we are still having a lot of fun, preparing for things that are happy, and trying to take the tougher times in a lighter way and just do the best we can. That's all any of us can do every single day, is just do the best we can. And I definitely feel like I am doing the best I can. Would I like to be doing even better? Yes. And I'm hoping that once the weather gets nicer and that sunshine comes back, I will be feeling extra better than I even feel now. So I cannot wait. I definitely get a touch of the winter blues. It makes me feel wonky. It's just so gray all the time, whether it's raining or snowing or whatever the weather is. If it's gray out and there's no sunshine and there's no a lot of outdoor time, which I really crave because I'm an outdoor type of person, I get a little I get a little wonky and I get achy too. So that's been wonky too, is all my aches and pains and trickling in. But we just keep moving because that's what the doctor said. He said, when you feel at your worst and you're sore and achy, move more. So that's what I try to do. And then I take some rest time in the evening. So that is the end of it. And thank you all so much for all of the love, support, and blessings that you give to myself and my family. There's so many of us that have like these amazingly wonderful, deep rooted bonds with one another. We've shared so much, and that has definitely made our connections so strong. And I really value and appreciate all of you, that have wanted to connect with me in a much deeper way. And it has enriched and fulfilled my life in such a beautiful, honest, happy way that I just could never thank you enough. And thank everybody. If you're here and you sent me a Christmas card. Now, I know a lot of people don't know. I post my email as much as possible on community tab posts and down in comments on videos. A lot of the time, like, I'll answer somebody and leave my email. Anybody and everybody can always email me. That is where I will exchange information with people that are more private, exchanges and stuff like that. So down in this channel as well, I will comment my email address just in case anybody ever wanted to email me directly. It is crazy with a K, just like the title of my name here, crazykalyn@yahoo.com. I love hearing from everybody, that sends me emails. Over on Instagram, a lot of people private message me through there, and we have long chats, over there in private as well. And so, any way you want or wish to connect with me, there are ways to do it. So, I will leave that information there just in case you do. And so, I just want to thank you guys one last time. And always, for as long as I get to be here and get to be in such a great space with so many wonderful people like you guys, I just want to thank you as much as I can. So, that is all. And I'm going to say goodbye now because I do have things that I have to tend to as normal. So the day is, what time is it now? I think it's probably roughly maybe around 1. And I still got a lot to do, a lot to do. So I hope you guys all have a beautiful, wonderful, happy, amazing, fantastic, blessed, and beautiful holiday, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, whether you're by yourself. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Whether you're by yourself, you have family, or just a few of you, whatever tickles your fancy, I hope you do. And I hope that it brings you lots of happiness, peace, and blessings. I don't know why. My hiccups are getting worse and worse. So I'm going to take a sip of my strawberry seltzer water. Yes, I certainly am. So that's really good too. I can tell you that. I got it from Walmart in a 12 pack for $4. It's clear American sweetened strawberry flavored sparkling water beverage with other natural flavors. And it's 12 fluid ounces, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 caffeine, and 0 sodium. And it does taste very strawberry, so I like that. But anywho, whatever way you're celebrating, make it a happy blessing for yourself and then for others, because you have to be happy too. And you'll make other people more happy if you're truly happy on whatever day you wish to share yourself with others. So I love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic day. And I will see you guys on Happy Saturday Dollar Tree haul if you're over on Crazy Days of Kalyn. So, and I will be posting on Happy Monday Dollar Tree haul, even though it's Christmas, because I definitely always want to stay on schedule, number one. But I definitely also, number one, want to be able to still be with people that are by themselves on that holiday. If they celebrate Christmas and they are alone on that day, I want my video to be there so that they can connect with somebody in whatever way I can provide myself. So I will be posting on that channel on my regular schedule on Monday. So that is it. I love you guys, and thank you so much for being a part of my life. See you soon. Bye, everyone.